Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is gonna be absolutely bonkers, and today's video is our housing market update. We're gonna explore all of the new data, you guys. I'm gonna give you guys a wealth of information and a wealth of data that is gonna allow us to answer the question, or at least help us answer the question of when is going to be the best time to buy a house. And where we're gonna start the video, you guys, is we're gonna jump into my local housing markets MLS, or multiple listing service. And the reason why is I'm going to show you guys live data of things that are going on right now. So we're not going to start by looking at lagging data. We're going to look at actual live data, and I'm going to show you guys magnificent price breaks right now in my local housing market. I was able to find a house at 37% discount. So based on the price per square foot, I did a little bit more research on that property because the price per square foot doesn't tell us the whole story like I've been telling you guys. So I'm going to show you guys a CMA as well. Now, after we look at that, you guys, we're going to hop onto Lennar, and I'm going to show you guys even steeper price cuts from Lennar, because the reality is Lennar is underwater and it is going to get way worse for Lennar. And after that, guys, I'm going to take you on to Zillow, and I'm going to show you guys how to determine for yourself the price per square foot that you should be using when looking at your own local housing market. But remember, again, price per square foot is a limited way to determine where you're at in the housing market. So I'm going to bring you guys to Zillow, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that yourselves. Now, after that, guys, we're going to explore everything mortgage rates, because obviously the mortgage interest rates are severely impacting the housing market. So we're going to look at that poll, we're going to look at Fed economic data, and then we're going to look at treasuries to try to determine where we're headed in the future. Now, after that, guys, I have so many shout outs to give. So towards the end of the video, I'm going to give a shout outs to a bunch of members of our channel and subscribers on our channel that have been putting in mad work. So thank you guys for doing that. Your shout out is coming. So towards the end of the video, I'm going to give you my own opinion on when it's time to purchase. And I'm going to give you guys a couple scenarios that I can see happening, which will help us determine when exactly we need to buy. Now, remember, you guys, I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and I promised you I will not tell you guys it's time to buy until I purchase my own primary residence. So you guys, do me a favor to help this message, help me push the algorithm. Please like this video for your boy. Like this video. It's Saturday in the morning. I'm trying to get you this video out today. Like it, subscribe if you haven't, shoot me a comment, guys. But regardless, we're going to get started. I want to start off by giving you guys a few sets of very important data, because we're still getting pushback from people that don't see this coming. So I want to start out with a couple facts right now. A lot of investors and a lot of people that invest in real estate are always playing, in this market anyways, are playing that whole year over year price growth narrative. And in a normal market, it's actually pretty justifiable. But in this housing market, it's not. And I've been constantly telling you guys, we need to look at month over month, week over week, year-to-date information, so that we understand the direction of the housing market, because it lags so far behind. So I want to point out that we currently have 6 metro areas that have been on the year-over-year price decline list. Okay, so let's start there. Number 1 is San Francisco. Number 2, San Jose. Number 3, Oakland. Number 4, Honolulu. 5, Buffalo. 6, New Orleans. So we have 6 major metro areas right now with year-over-year price decline. But not only that, we have 4 metro areas that are having the beginning stages of a price crash. And I have defined the bare minimal of a price crash of 15% from peak. We have 4 cities like that right now, starting with San Jose at 16.3% from peak loss. Then we have Oakland at 16.8% from peak to where it's at right now, followed by Austin at 17%. Now, if you're a realtor, if you're watching this, I've heard a lot of realtors say they don't consider anything a crash unless it's 20%. Well, here's the thing, you guys. There is a 4th metro area called Heber, Utah, Heber, which is down right now from peak 22%. You guys, 22% from peak. So in other words, everything that is happening right now is happening at light speed. We haven't seen this type of quantitative tightening in a very long time, if ever. So it's going to be really interesting to see how soon the Federal Reserve actually pivots and how much damage is done after the pivot. But you guys, regardless, let's hop into my local MLS and let me show you guys a listing that I found with a 37% price cut. And then I'm going to show you guys a quick CMA, and then I'm going to show you guys several houses that I have found, recent houses, recent listings, and recent price cuts of homes that are well under $120 a square foot. And if you've been following along with me, you know that that has been my price target. We're now well under that. And I'm seeing a bunch of houses at $120 a square foot. But regardless, let's jump into my local MLS and then we'll go Lennar, Zillow, everything interest rates, and start on the shout outs. Now, you guys, I'm really sorry if this is a long video. I'm trying to get you guys really good information here. And there's a lot of really important information I need to show you guys because there has been a lot of changes. Things are getting way worse. Now, here's my local MLS. This is HAR.com, Houston Association of Realtors. Now, this is the Kingwood area. As you guys know, we've been looking in this area, Kingwood here, Porter right in here, really south of New Caney, but here's New Caney, up here. This is a big new construction development called Tavola. I'm seeing massive price cuts right there, you guys. But really what I want to show you is down here, Porter. Take a look at this listing, guys. This is insane right here. And then I'm going to show you guys a CMA because I needed to do more research on this property to really understand what was going on. So here's the property. This is a special property, you guys. This is actually 4 acres. It's 2 parcels, and it's zoned as residential or commercial. That's the kind of stuff we get here in Texas. But what I want to point out is the massive, humongous, you guys, humongous price cut of 37.2%. This home was listed for $915,000. It was reduced to $575,000, which is $340,000 price cut. If someone would have bought this house a month and a half ago, they would have paid $340,000 more for this property. So massive price cut. So the first thing I'm thinking is, okay, look at the price per square foot. Price per square foot is well $120 a square foot. And that's why I keep telling you guys, price per square foot is very limited. It's not going to tell you the whole picture. The reason why this is well over $120 a square foot, y'all, is it has a bunch of land. It has a building on there. It's actually being used as a business as well. So you can't look at just price per square foot. But if you think you find a deal, at that point, you do more research. And at that point, if you already know a realtor, have them run something called a CMA or comparable market analysis. And that's exactly what I did on that house. And what that means is essentially it allows me to pull comparable sales or any homes that have sold that are similar to that house. I get to see what they sold for. So let's take a look at what I found running a CMA on that property. All right, guys, so here's a simple CMA, and I just threw this up. Now, here's what it's saying, guys. So that it's saying, according to this CMA, that the value of the house is actually $607 to $632. And this is a lot of what realtors can do to help you guys, because if you look over here, here's some of the comps that I pulled. Now, these aren't perfect comps. They're, they vary actually greatly because not a lot of houses sell with that much land and that much freedom to use the land for whatever they want. I mean, they could do residential or commercial. It's really crazy. So you can see, guys, it is listed at $575. It is well over $120 a square foot. But according to the CMA, if I purchased that house right now, I would be possibly walking into $25,000 to say $50,000 in equity. And again, you guys, that's why I'm showing you the CMA, pulling information that normally the public can't get. Now, let me jump back into my local MLS and let me quickly take you to a couple listings so I can show you what's happening in my market. All right, guys, so we're back in my local MLS. Let me zoom into a property right here so I can kind of show you guys what's going on. Here's one right here at $246. I think this is a price point that a lot of my viewers are going to like. But take a look at this, guys, and take a look at what happened. Now, this is a recent price cut, guys, from 3 days ago. And this is a very, very big price cut. Obviously, the property was listed at $310. It was price cut on October 12th, $64,000, you guys. That represents a 20.6% price reduction. Now, obviously, look at this as well. It's well under $120 a square foot. And I also want to point out this. I've been telling you guys, I'm worried about investors, especially new investors. Look, this house is vacant. This house is vacant. So the longer that this house sits, you guys, and look at 212 212 days on the market. The longer that this house sits, the more that the prices are going to go down. So this is kind of the first house that I'm really recognizing. These people are probably going to fire sell their property because they're starting to get desperate. A 20% reduction, y'all, is massive, especially at that $300,000 price point. Let me show you another property right now. Here's another property listed at 269. I believe this is the right one. Here we go. It is the right one. And again, you guys, this is astonishing to me. This is a price cut of $35,000 made 2 days ago on October 13th. This represents a price cut of 11.5%. And as you guys can see right here, again, another property under $120 a square foot. The thing is, interest rates are higher, and more than likely, those price cuts are going to be even sharper. Take a look at the pictures of the house. As you notice, again, a vacant property. The longer that these vacant properties sit, the more desperate the owners will be, and the more likely they will sell these properties for less profit or even possibly at a negative profit just to liquidate. All right, I wanted to keep it pretty brief there, but I wanted to show you guys live data of what was happening, especially with the vacant homes. And now we're starting to see prices come back down to 2021 levels in my own local housing market. So what I want to do now, guys, is I want to show you how to do that. But before I do that, I want to access Lennar, and I want to show you guys what Lennar is doing right now to try to stay ahead of this, which is very smart because I believe a lot of builders are going to get swept away because they're not properly preparing for the pain that is surely to come. Take a look. So let's start here first. Now, I had a user, Sharish, send this to me. So shout out to you, brother. Thank you for sending this to me. Now, this is crazy, you guys. So look at this sale that Lennar is currently putting on in Austin. They're so desperate, you guys, especially in Austin, that they're just saying, bring us your offer. Just offer us something. Now, obviously, Austin is in super bad shape. It's down right now 17% overall from peak. It's probably down much more than that for new housing. But take a look at this, how desperate they are. Let me read a little bit of this for you. Did you miss out on the year-end sales event? Good thing you did, because now you can just offer us something. So let's just read the first paragraph. Don't worry. Well, they kind of are worried, but here's how it goes. Don't worry, because Lennar Austin is excited to hear your offer. That's right. Lennar Austin will entertain offers on select move-in ready homes, so do not delay. Obviously, you guys, Lennar is well past doing buying incentives right now, and they have gone straight to price cutting. Now, remember, the biggest problem, especially with new construction being price cut like this, is all of the recent owners are trapped in their house. So all of the people that rush back to purchase property in July and August, the thing is, you guys, those people are probably going to be trapped for a long time. And do you really think interest rates are going to go down again to under 5%? Do you really think that's going to happen? I don't think that's going to happen. So many of those people that purchased at 5, maybe low 6s and expected to refinance, I wouldn't hold my breath. If the rates go low again, guess what happens? We're in the same mess. So it would be the smartest thing for the Federal Reserve to keep interest rates above 5%. I'm just going to say it like that. But regardless, you guys, take a look at these price cuts that are happening right now. So let me just show you Porter. Okay, so this is my local housing market. And you guys, it will take you 5 minutes to do this yourself. I went on Lennar and I'm just putting in my local housing market, Porter. Okay, and it's going to essentially show me a bunch of price cuts. I mean, look at the first price cut. This is my local housing market, you guys. This first price cut, very first one that pops up, $93,000 off. So if anyone purchased the same exact model house, you guys, a month earlier, guess what? They're now upside down. $93,000, or again, 17.5%. And if you scroll down the list, you know, not all of them have super nice price cuts, but a lot of them do. Here's another good price cut, you guys. This is a $52,000 price cut, or representing a 14% deduction from what they originally listed it at 362. So it's really clear here. I mean, look at all of this is cut, guys. It's really clear here that Lennar is trying to get rid of these houses. This is another beautiful price cut. This is a $50,000 price cut, or a reduction of 14.9%. And this is everywhere, guys. If I go back to Lennar's homepage and I just type in another city in my state, Dallas, for example, you're going to see that this is going on all over. Whereas before, we didn't have this type of price cuts from Lennar in Dallas. But look at some of these price cuts. I mean, these, you know, everything, you guys, everything is being price cut. This is astonishing. I mean, this is absolutely astonishing. This is look at it. This is an over $200,000 price cut right here. Over $200,000 price cut from Lennar. I mean, this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. So again, I'm telling you guys, the longer that we wait right now, the better the deal, so long as we stay ahead of the affordability, because obviously things are getting a lot more expensive. But if you stay ahead of that, you're going to win, you guys. But what I want to do now is I try to show you guys how price per square foot can be helpful when looking at a lot of data, but also it is limited. And if you get hung up, that's probably when you're going to want to call a realtor to come help you. And the beautiful thing about calling realtors right now, I'm not saying use them, but interview them and try to meet someone that is a solid asset, because the reality is most realtors are not. Most realtors just got their license to try to make some quick money during the last 2 years, which so happened to be the busiest time that we've ever had in our housing market. So now that things are changing, only the strongest are going to survive. So that's why I'm saying reach out to a realtor to help you understand. But I'm also not saying to buy. I'm definitely saying do not buy right now. But regardless, let me show you how to do this. I'm going to hop on Zillow, take a look. All right, guys, so here's Zillow right here. And all I did, as you can see, is I put in Kingwood right here. So this is my local market. And all you have to do is select a comp, select a house in the area. Now, not all of the houses will have this, but I'm selecting this. And all you do, this is so easy, okay? Just put right here, okay? If you see price and tax history, and then just scroll down and you can see what's been going on with that property. So I see that this property was listed in the beginning of 2020 at $113 a square foot. So I can kind of assume that in that area around 2020, homes were selling or being listed for about $113 a square foot. And that's why I put my baseline at 120, and now I've dropped that down to 105. But you guys, I'm just sitting back right now, kind of just watching what's going to happen. But this is a really great way to see what houses were selling for in the past so that you guys get an idea of your local housing market. Here's another one. Let me show you. I'm going to click on this. Once again, I'm going to go to price and tax history here. And then I'm going to scroll down just to take a look what's been going on with the house. So if you see here, let's go back. So this house was listed for sale in 2019 for $92 a square foot. Okay, so 2019, we need $100, to get to 2019 levels. It's kind of telling me we need under $100 a square foot. So you guys see how I'm kind of piecing this together? It was listed in 2021 for $122 a square foot. So $120 a square foot was essentially like mid 2021 levels in my housing market. But this is going to give you guys a, kind of some insider information on the state of your local housing market and on the state of the house that you're interested in. So in other words, you guys, let these services guide you, because you don't want to get swept away in the wind. You want to become an expert at your local market, because this is all local market specific. So in other words, you guys, not only am I trying to warn you what's coming along the way, I'm also trying to empower you by providing you all of the links to this data. So please do me a favor right now. Comment below and let me know if you're using the links that I'm providing you and if it's helping you. So now let's go to the part of the video where we just jump into everything residential mortgage rates. We're going to start at the poll that I issued last week. And at the end of this video, go to my community tab and vote on the new poll on whether or not you think interest rates are going to go up or down next week. And we're going to get into times where they actually might start going down. So think carefully whether or not they're going to go up or down. Let's get started on the poll. All right, so here's the poll right here, guys. We had 4.2 thousand votes. I love you guys. Thank you for engaging the community, you guys. I can't tell you how important that is to me. It keeps me going because I have been working so hard to get out videos and just to stay ahead of unaffordability myself. But we had 4.2 thousand votes. 93% of people thought that this week's interest rates would be higher than 6.66%. You guys know that Fred Economic Data updates their chart every Thursday. So let's see if people were right or wrong. All right, so here's Fred Economic Data. This is going to be linked in my description, so you guys check it out. Now, obviously, you guys, it went from the demon 666 to all the way up to 6.92, which represents a 26 basis point increase or 2.6% of purchasing power wiped out in 1 week. And here's the thing, guys, all the people that purchased right here because, oh, the Fed's pivoting, these people are going to be messed up because look at, they purchased at probably 5 to low 6s. I don't think the Federal Reserve can go under these rates. I think they have to sit at 5 to 6% when they pivot, or at least mortgage rates, right? Because if they go lower, we're going to be in the same shape. So I don't think these people can refinance right here. I think these people are going to be trapped, but that's just my thought. But I also want to show you this. Look at how far, you guys, look at how far we've come. If we go back to January 6th of 2022, the beginning of this year, rates were at an average of 3.22%. So from here to here, they have gone up 370 basis points, you guys, or 37% of purchasing power completely wiped away. Now, here's the thing, you guys. This is why we don't necessarily need hyper inventory for us to have a housing market crash. Things are so unaffordable right now, and the economy is getting crushed so much right now. People ain't going to want to buy a house. They're going to want to know what's going to happen tomorrow. Will they have their job? Will they be able to make their mortgage payment? So again, the one thing we're missing, I would say 2 things we're missing right now: inventory on unemployment. But that is changing, and the unemployment rate will go up and the inventory will go up as we move into 2023. But regardless, the unaffordability is out of control. Just to put it in perspective, take a look at this chart. Now, this is really telling the picture here. I mean, year over year, 50% increase in just your mortgage payment in 1 year. You guys, 50%. I mean, this is outrageous. Back in 2021, here's how affordable. The blue line is 2021. That's why everyone was buying a house. It didn't matter the value. Rates were so low. Your payment was low. So people weren't looking at the price. But look at, fast forward to today. This is insane. I have never seen this. I've never seen this. I've been doing this for 2 decades. I've never seen such rapid skyrocketing unaffordability. And I go back here. Here's where people got trapped. This is what the softening happened in July. And people just, they made things worse. And I'm really worried about these people because these people right here not only purchased at the peak, they purchased at rates that probably aren't going to be lower anytime soon. So you guys, obviously that's why I keep yelling and I keep screaming, stay ahead of affordability so that you can remain a winner and a player in 2023 and at the end of this year and possibly into 2024. Now, let me pull up the treasuries so you can get an idea of where we're sitting. Now, my new baseline on these treasuries, as crazy as this sounds, is 4%. The closer that we get to maintaining a 4% 10-year, the closer we're going to be to sitting at a 7% interest rate. Now, remember, what you're seeing on Fed economic data is lagging. More than likely, your interest rate will be 50 to 75 basis points higher because not only is the data lagging, typically those are average interest rates for people with spectacular and phenomenal credit, okay? But regardless, let's hop into the treasuries to see where we're at, and then let's guess the trajectory of the interest rates next week. So as you can see here, guys, as of yesterday, 10:14 in the evening, the 10-year was sitting at over 4%, 4.03. So here's the thing, it's Saturday right now. If that continues Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, for sure the interest rates will be higher. So I'm going to say the interest rates are only going to go up slightly, and I'm going to say we may hit 7%. I'm going to guess 7.01%. I'm not putting my guess anymore on the poll because I don't want to influence anyone, but look at the massive inversion here. All of this is inverted except the 3-month. Now, normally, you guys remember, these are the indicators that economists look at to basically warn us of a recession. So the fact that people aren't warning us, the powers that be aren't warning us of all this and all these signs, it's a shocking failure. It's a shock. I don't care. I'm not talking politics. I don't care if it was Republican or Democrats in the office. This is insane. Right? And that's why I keep saying I'm not even going to start until after midterms. And another thing, I just read an article that the administration and Biden asked Saudi Arabia not to lower the oil exports until after midterms. So obviously, do y'all hear what I'm saying? Right? I don't care who's elected. I'm just saying the circus show, right? I don't want to be buying real estate during the circus show. This is absolutely wild, you guys. But regardless, I think the interest rates are going to continue to go up, but I don't think it's going to go up too much unless we continue to get surprising information, which seems like every 2 weeks the Fed's wrong and they have to talk even more tough to us. So whether, as long as things go as predicted from the Fed, I don't think the interest rates are going to surge too much. But again, if inflation goes higher, if the unemployment goes down, things of that nature, if those things start to happen, then yes, interest rates will surge again. But I think we're going to be sitting here. I think we're going to be sitting at high sixes, low sevens for the rest of the year, pending any crazy reports that come out. Now, real quick, guys, before I really dig into when I think is going to be the best time to purchase real estate, let me first give a shout out to some subscribers and some members of my channel. Now, where I want to start is with the page moderators, you guys. Obviously, the bots have been absolutely ruthless on YouTube, and I cannot handle it. So if you guys see your moderators, give them some love, starting at JF, RWG. Where you been, RWG? I haven't seen you. My boy here, Werby Sarah, Carbon Fiber. I love this dude right here. I hope he does his own channel. Vital Signs, absolutely love Vital Signs. You guys know Jeff. I'm hopefully going to talk to Jeff tomorrow. Shilpa, I hope you enjoy your coffee this morning. I love you. Mayflower's been with me from the beginning. Absolutely love your support, Mayflower. Robert. Now, here's the thing. Robert doesn't always agree with me, but the reason I love this guy is even if he doesn't agree to me, he's explaining his opinion. He's very intelligent, and he's actually sharpened my own skills. So I love Robert. Say hi if you see him. Here's the remaining list right here. And if you guys want to be a moderator, shoot me an email or shoot me a message. Obviously, we have Nikki. Big shout out to Nikki. She was she was definitely regulating the comments when we went live. So I definitely appreciate that, Nikki. Obviously, JC, my man, Vin, Edmund as well, very intelligent. Kevin as well, very intelligent. A lot of love for Medic. Leonardo, obviously very intelligent. Chad, huge buddy. I love Chad. He's been with me since the beginning. As has Sheldon. Mad love to Sheldon. Christina as well. And my wife, Shara Spencer. So if you guys see any of them, show them some love. And to the moderators, I really appreciate you helping me get on top of the bots. Now I'm going to name a new people's champ for my subscribers that are the first to comment on my videos. So the number one right now champion for this week is obviously my man Dooster. Now, obviously Troy used to be the champion. Troy got kicked out of the champion. Troy, step up, brother. Where you been? But I have a number two. So number one is my boy Dooster. Close second is Fusion. So Fusion got a close second. If you guys see them, show them some love. All right. Also, real quick, guys, here is your winner from last week's $100 gift card challenge. I'm going to be doing a lot more gift card challenges because I want to make sure that you guys are talking, and I want to make sure that you guys understand the points that I'm trying to make. So my question was, what is generally more important, purchase price or rate? And here's the thing. I said generally more important. I'm not saying that rate's not important and payment's not important. I'm just saying generally what's more important. I was super disappointed that 20% of people said interest rate. I get it. I need to do a better job at explaining why purchase price is so important. But the winner is Juliet, and she has a very simple answer. Absolutely purchase price. You can always get a lower rate down the line, but you cannot get a lower home price later on, nor can you sell your house or refinance if you're upside down. So Juliet has said that she wants me to donate her $100 gift card to Feeding Florida. So Juliet, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Now, real quick, guys, I've also created a members section on my channel where I'm charging 99 cents to be a member, or 3 cents a day. So I'm trying to get some more core people, guys, to help me figure out what content you guys want to hear about and what metro areas that I should report on. So let me give a quick shout out to the members who have joined already. So big shout out to you, Ryan. I know we were talking yesterday. Big shout out to STN and James. Thank you guys for joining the page. Let me show you guys a little bit of the polls that I'm doing, or not really polls, but questions. So what metro area do you want a housing report on? You guys, my members, no one has answered that. I can't believe it. You guys step up if you're a member. Let me know what you want to be reported on. Now, here's another one that's super important to me, guys. This is to my members. I only have 3. It is what it is. What type of content do you want to see? So here's my man, Ryan, kind of just, me and him talking back and forth. But again, you guys, this is just a good way for me to kind of understand, like, whose advice should I take? Is it really people that care about the direction of the channel, or is it just trolls? I don't know, but I'm always trying to improve myself, guys, and I hope you guys see that. All right, guys, so if you've hung on this long, I really appreciate it. I packed a lot in this video, so I want to end in 2 things. Now, the first thing is talking about what you should be doing right now. Now, obviously, like I'm saying, you want to stay ahead of the inflation, and you want to stay ahead of unaffordability and potential job loss. In order to do that, you have to cut you have to cut your spending, and you have to save as much cash right now as possible. But not only that, make more money at your existing employer, make more overtime, bonus, things of that nature, and get a side hustle. You guys can be winners at the other side of this thing, but it may be painful. And the thing is, guys, it's okay. A lot of times that's how you become a winner. Now, the second thing, guys, when do I think it's going to be time to buy? I essentially think two scenarios can exist. Now, the first scenario is what I've been talking about a lot. I believe it's going to be buy time in 2023 with opportunities at the end of this year. I believe that when the Fed does pivot, that we will not have the same length of time to purchase that we did in 2008. That's why I believe that 2023, that's why I'm putting a lot of eggs in the 2023 basket. I believe the Fed is going to pivot probably mid 2023 because of the elections in 2024. Now, here's the thing. I think that we're going to have really good deals that year, and I don't know if we're going to have those same kind of deals in 2024. Now, here's the other thing, though, guys. Now, again, I'm putting my money where the mouth is. I will not say it's time to buy until I buy my own house. So another possibility is the Federal Reserve breaks our economy so poorly that when they pivot, it will take a year to 2 years for things to bottom out. Now, that's a really strong possibility as well, you guys. I'm not leaning towards that right now because I don't think the Federal Reserve can stomach that type of destruction, whether or not we need it. I don't think they're going to, stomach that. I think once they pivot, a lot of people are going to run back into the market. But again, you guys, that really depends on how much damage is done before and after the pivot. Now, other than that, you guys, I really hope you guys got some value and some perspective from today's video. And if you can, shoot me a comment below. Let me know what value you did get. And if you're out there investing in real estate, I wish you luck and I hope you win.